So welcome back to IOR Season 6 Round 2 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And well, we have had to restart due to lobby issues. If you saw the previous stream, you know, an intruder entered the lobby. We have some grid penalties and that stuff. And also having to say, formation lap is off, so if you're listening to the stream, remember that you have to be extremely careful when starting the race because tires are going to be massively cold. And reason why we are disabling formation lap is because, well, it's because when the commentator hosts and it's in a spectator mode, the lobby will simply freeze after formation lap, so that's the reason why it's been disabled. So we are gonna quickly check the driver strategies, and looks like everyone is picking the medium tires for the start of the race, at least by now. No, Acid Master has changed to the soft set of tires. We're still waiting for drivers to ready up and all that stuff, but I would recommend them to take their time as there's also no formation lap. This race will get started as soon as the timer starts counting down. So it's gonna be a straight run, and Standing Grip is going for the hard tires. Checking a bit of the strategies there. Hopefully no one forgets their setup. Also, if you're listening to the stream, don't forget your setup, as then it's gonna be a massive disaster. Still waiting for drivers to set their strategy, and there we go. The timer has started going down. We are gonna be starting this Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Baraka starts on pole, Cucumber starts on second place, Dundee on third. The three of them, I think, on the medium set of tires, gonna be an interesting start. Of course, Nick FIFA's also up there to try and help his teammate. Canadian Necktie a bit far behind, and Talos doesn't exist in this race, so Dundee's gonna be alone. But I believe he can do a really good job, and there we go. Lights out, and away we go. Who's gonna get the better start? I think Cucumber's got a really good one. No, but Baraka's done a decent one, enough to hold him in his place. Look at Standing Grip start, trying to already take the place from Dundee. Finally, he took the medium tires to start this race. Tires are massively cold. Look at Slippery Cucumber's already trying to attack Baraka into the tricky corner there, but Baraka managed to stay ahead. I think Cucumber might have better pace than Baraka on this race, and sadly Nick FIFA's fallen down into 9th place. That is not good for the Mercedes team. Slippery Cucumber definitely looking much better than Baraka right now in this moment of the race. Seems to have the consistency there, so getting really close to him. I think Cucumber will start attacking at any moment now. Baraka goes a bit wide there, Cucumber getting massive traction onto him. Only 1/10 separates the two of them. It's gonna be a really fun race to watch here at Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. The battle between the two drivers that are supposed to be challenging for the championship this season. Of course, Talos also demonstrated having the pace, but he's not here today, so I guess it's just gonna be a battle between these two today. No three-way fight, two-way battle. Unless Dundee can do something about it. But now Dundee's being attacked by Canadian Necktie. So that can be a massive help there by Slippery Cucumber. Also, Nick FIFA has recovered 2 places there, but it's now 4.5 seconds behind Acid Masters. And far off the leading pack, there's a yellow flag. Let's activate all the data. That is, Planet is around and into last place, really far behind. Now we're gonna take this out again, and yeah, Baraka sets the fastest lap of the race. Of course, because it's lap 1. Here comes Slippery Cucumber, really close to him. There are a lot of people in the pit. That's Ahmed, Kalas, Nazi Vapor, and Black Bala, the new AlphaTauri drivers, into the pit, and Big Dundee as well. Baraka leads, Slippery Cucumber in 2nd place, Standing Crib in 3rd. Dundee is on 4th place, also holding the DRS trim, but being put under a lot of pressure there by Canadian Necktie, who by now is proving to be the best teammate of the top 3 teams. There's another yellow flag. That is, I think that was Joseph Vesely challenging Bialo there on P9. Joseph Vesely has to cut the corner there. I think he might have not have a front wing at all. So that's gonna be an easy move for Bialo there, getting past Joseph Vesely. Joseph Vesely is gonna miss the braking point here, I guess. No, actually not that bad at all. But here comes Vialo. Joseph Besley definitely not gonna try and fight that one. Oh, and Nick FIFA's in the wall. Nick FIFA in the wall. That is not good for the Mercedes team. Definitely the pace. Nick FIFA has the pace to challenge at the front, but simply has been making a lot of mistakes. Now does another one that, well, still a long race to go. Thankfully it wasn't a race-ending mistake, but might end up costing a lot of points for Mercedes today. And once again, this proves the most solid team this season is Ferrari, at least by now. Lap 3 DRS is gonna be enabled now. Baraka keeps leading, but look at the straight line speeds. Oh, is there a safety car? Is there a safety car and I didn't realize? Well, it's a Bertel safety car. I have no... Yeah, there's not a yellow dot there on track, so it's not the main safety car. It's just a Bertel safety car that's gonna go out at any moment now. Baraka leads into lap 3. Now DRS is gonna be enabled and Cucumber is gonna start sending the attack. DRS is enabled. Look at that restart from Slippery Cucumber. He's just at the back of Baraka. Now Baraka's gonna have to show really good defensive moves, because if not, he nearly has this one lost against Slippery Cucumber. As I said, since the start of the race, Slippery Cucumber seems much more comfortable on the car than Baraka. Baraka seems to be struggling a lot, maybe with grip or I don't know, but Slippery Cucumber is kind of having a massive control over his car today. Yeah, and I think, yeah, Cucumber is gonna get the move done here, but Baraka, remember it's Jetta, the DRS is really powerful here, and you have to play a lot of chess games in here, because now Baraka is gonna have the DRS and might try to re-overtake Slippery Cucumber. And now actually Standing Grid might also get past Slippery Cucumber, because Slippery Cucumber doesn't have DRS, and that might be a complication for Slippery Cucumber there. Now trying to defend as hard as he can against Baraka, but I think that also is not the best decision Slippery Cucumber could have done, because now he could have easily let Baraka by and get the DRS into the next race, but no, he has decided to instead try and hold the place into a corner. I think that wasn't the smartest decision for Slippery Cucumber, and that's gonna be Baraka taking the lead. And look at Canadian Necktie sending a dive down the inside of Dundee, almost making contact, but both drivers leaving enough space to each other. Dundee managed to stay ahead. Standing Cribs now attacking Slippery Cucumber. This is a really good race, really fun race to watch, and clean driving from the top 5. Baraka leads from Slippery Cucumber, from Standing Crib, from Canadian Necktie and Dundee. Baraka doesn't seem to have the pace, but he's doing really good to defend against Slippery Cucumber today. Slippery Cucumber is gonna have to be smart if he wants to defeat Baraka Cup today. Seems to have the better pace, but till now it's 4 laps and still hasn't been able to get past him. Oh, Canadian Necktie has managed to get past Dundee. Finally, now he's gonna go for a Standing Crib and looking for another double podium for Ferrari here. It's gonna be really difficult now for Mercedes and Williams to try to change this, at least in the constructor standings. Ferrari are being so consistent with their both drivers. It's gonna be really hard for Mercedes and Williams to try and challenge for that constructor's title as things are going now. And look now at Slippery Cucumber just at the slip, and Joseph Vesely has retired but in the pit lane, so it's not gonna mean a safety car. And Slippery Cucumber once again makes this mistake of overtaking Baraka into the final corner, because now Baraka is gonna easily get past him into the main straight. It's 2 mistakes in a row by Slippery Cucumber there. I don't understand what's going on here. Baraka easily retakes the lead of the race, and Baraka is now being the smartest man on track. So Slippery Cucumber, as I said, seems to be Baraka seems to be the smartest and Cucumber the fastest, but now Cucumber has managed to make the move on Baraka, a really good move there, and takes the lead of the race. And now can he start pulling away from Baraka? As I said, seemed to have much better pace than him, and yeah, he's now already 5 tenths ahead. 5 tenths ahead of Baraka. Baraka doesn't seem to be comfortable at all with the car. He's also been put under a lot of pressure by Standing Crib. And look at Canadian Necktie, as I said, the best teammate is already going for the move on Standing Crib, but who is gonna stay ahead? Standing Crib almost putting him in the wall, but no, good move there by Standing Crib as well. Fair play to him, being nice and clean there. Backed off, lost the place, but did a really clean move there with Canadian Necktie. Now the question is, can Canadian Necktie try and bother Baraka here and help his teammate Slippery Cucumber? Baraka's managed to hold into the DRS, but might not be for long. Ahmed Chaban has retired in the pit lane. That's not gonna bring out a safety car. Slippery Cucumber really comfortable there on the lead of the race. Still we have the same 5-car train, but now they were much closer on temps. They are still on DRS, but much far now. Ahmed Chavan has also retired in the pit lane. Cucumber leads Baraka in 2nd place, Canadian Necktie in 3rd. Now the question is, even the Ferrari guys try and play a strategy here to maybe Cucumber slow a bit down and try to put Canadian Necktie just in the back of the Baraka so he can get overtake. Might not be the best decision, as Cucumber looks to have the pace to maybe start pulling away if he finds some really good laps, but it could be good for the team, or who knows, we'll see what the Ferrari guys decide to play. But definitely, as I said, the most solid team at the moment on this season from the top 3. Cucumber leading 6/10 ahead of Baraka, then Canadian Necktie still holding into the DRS of the top 2, doing a really good job. And also Standing Crib and Don, it's a 5-car train, but the top 2, I guess, or at least the top driver, Slippery Cucumber, now will start pulling away. Baraka doing his best to hold into Slippery Cucumber. It's not easy to break the DRS, especially when we are talking about these two monsters of the league, but we'll see. We'll see who's the fastest today. Well, definitely the fastest seems to be Cucumber. Baraka worked smart at the start of the race, but still managing to hold into the DRS of Slippery Cucumber. Canadian Necktie as well, Standing Crib as well, and Dundee as well. 5-car train battle for the lead. Oh, and now Baraka has almost lost the DRS. Almost lost it, but finally managed to stick it into it. And now is 8/10 behind the Slippery Cucumber. Locks a bit his start there. Joseph Vettel leaves the session. He had already retired. Lap 7 of the race. We're having a really fun and clean race today in Saudi Arabia. Slippery Cucumber leads from Baraka. Baraka is getting closer now in the DRS zone, but now Cucumber, I'm expecting him to pull away in the corner section of the track. Baraka's lost around 2 temps there on Slippery Cucumber. And it's also losing a lot of ERS. Cucumber has almost full ERS, while Baraka is almost on halfway ERS. So, yeah, definitely that shows who's the fastest today. But of course, Baraka has been one of the smartest drivers in the league. So we'll see if he can do something to try and compensate that lack of pace today with strategy and try and take this win away from Slippery Cucumber in some way. That now seems kind of unlikely. Oh, and Canadian Neckties made a mistake there, and now that's gonna leave him away of Baraka's DRS, and that's gonna put him just at the back of Standing Crib. I think he went a bit wide there. Now this leaves the top 2 into a 1 versus 1 battle for the lead of the race. I think Canadian Necktie can't do much now. He's gonna be put under a lot of pressure by Standing Crib. Not even sure if Canadian Necktie's got any damage there. He's gone into the wall. He's losing a lot of time to Standing Crib. Dundee is also trying and closing the gap there. There's a yellow flag. That is Tundi, I think. Yeah, that's Big Tundi into the final corner. Hopefully he won't cause any trouble to the race leaders, and he's not coming to the pit lane, so he has no damage. Look at Standing Crib here now, waiting for the correct moment to attack, and that is on the main straight. Here comes Standing Crib on Canadian Necktie down the inside. It's gonna be an easy move, but both with no ERS. But Standing Crib still finds the straight line speed into turn 1. They made a bit of contact there by Canadian Necktie, trying to hold him all the way by the outside. He doesn't need to make a mistake here. Remember, he's also fighting for constructors. It's a really solid result for Ferrari, even if he doesn't manage to get the podium. Still a P4 is something really good for the team. And now Standing Crib is ahead, but Canadian Necktie will definitely have the chance to fight this one back. Dundee's also getting in the mix, and well, Acid Master stands second behind. Nothing to say here. It's just a battle between the top 5. Well, mostly between Cucumber and Baraka for the race win, and between the Standing Crib, Canadian Necktie, and Dundee to complete that final step of the podium. Cucumber leads Baraka in 2nd place, Standing Crib in 3rd, Canadian Necktie in 4th place, Dundee in 5th, Acid Master far behind in the distance in 6th place, Bialo in 7th, Caldas in 8th place, but all of these guys really far behind. Dundee picks now a 3-second penalty, not good at all for the Williams driver. That needs to save as much points as he can, as he is the only one on the team today racing. Here comes Canadian Necktie on a Standing Crib into the final straight. There is a yellow flag. That is Caldas, I think. Yeah, that's Caldas round. He's gonna try to rejoin safely the track. Here comes Sir Vapor, and it's gonna be an easy move on Caldas here into the start of sector 2. Yeah, Sir Vapor gets the move done, on Callas, easily takes the place, goes into P9. We are gonna check now on the tires as the drivers are gonna start making their stop. Here comes Canadian Necktie into turn 1, making a bit of contact there with Standing Crib. Some banging of wheels there between the Ferrari and the Alpha driver, but still... Oh, and Canadian's in the wall, Canadian's in the wall and it's out of the race. Canadian's massive crash there from Canadian Necktie. Not sure if he was tangled there by Standing Crib, but that is a really unlucky moment for the Ferrari driver. It's so sad to see something like that. Safety car is out on track. Sad moment of the race. Canadian was doing a really good job, but he ended up in the wall and sadly is gonna be the first retirement after 2 really good and consistent races in the anniversary race and also in round 1. That is gonna throw away a lot of points for Ferrari today. Could have been 20 more points. Now it's gonna be 20 points less for the Ferrari team, around 20 or 17 points less for the Ferrari team. And now of course we're gonna see Cucumber, Baraka and actually everyone diving into the pit lane for fresh set of tires and to go to the end of the race. Now let's see who is gonna have the pace on the hard tires. Will it benefit Cucumber? Will it benefit Baraka? It's also good for Mercedes because it brings back Nick FIFA in contention, who has been solid there in P7. Now he's gonna have a new chance to try and get himself into the top 5. Remember, he qualified on P4, so he definitely has the pace to be there. Might this be a complete nightmare for Ferrari, and instead of being a double podium for Ferrari, end up being a double podium for Mercedes? You never know, but still a long way to... Oh, and Cucumber has made a disaster there. 5-second penalty for spinning in the pit lane. Might be the way the win was thrown away today. Well, still a long way to go on this race, but you never know. At least that is a massive mistake, and it's also a 5-second penalty for Slippery Cucumber. He's gonna lose the place to Baraka already. Baraka retakes the lead of the race, and actually Slippery Cucumber I think is gonna be even behind Standing Crib. Yes, he is. Cucumber is now behind the Standing Crib and with a 5-second penalty. That is been from a really good moment for the Ferrari team to an absolute nightmare now. From leading comfortably the race now to dropping into third with a 5-second penalty. And yeah, not looking good at all for Ferrari right now. Nick FIFA's changed for the soft tires, so that might be a strategic mistake, but still has a chance to pit again and definitely has the pace to fight back and maybe try and look for a top 5. Not sure a podium now that he's gone for the softs, but we'll see. Well, what a turnaround on this race. From being a red color invading Jeddah, now it's gone into the silver color invading Jeddah in just a turnout in around, what, 5 seconds, I could say. Canadian crashed and the Ferrari nightmare started. Baraka leads, Standing Crib in second place, Slippery Cucumber in third, Dundee in fourth place, Acid Master in P5, Bialo in P6, Nick FIFA in P7. Still, I have to know if he's gonna pit again to change maybe to mediums and try to take those to the end, because softs are definitely not making it to the end of the race. Callas on P8, Sir Vapor on P9, Flanny on P10, Black Ball on P11, Tondi on P12. Oh, and there's also a back marker in the mix. Yeah, that's Tondi. So that's gonna complicate it even more. Standing Crib and Cucumber on the restart of the race, but he's gonna have to let them by quickly. But still, that might give Baraka a little breath there at the front. There's still a long way to go on this race, so you never know what can happen. At the moment, looks good for Baraka. We'd have to remember that Cucumber seemed to be the fastest on track, so we also have to see who has the better pace on the hard tires. So there's still a long way to go on this race. It can be Baraka win, it can be a Cucumber win if he does a massive drive on pace, or it can be even someone else's win if there is craziness on track. But hopefully it's gonna be a clean race like we saw on those first laps today. Well, I'm expecting definitely Cucumber to be on the interview, so I'm gonna have a lot of questions to ask him definitely. If he gets this race on the podium, which he should do with his pace, even with the 5-second penalty, but there's definitely a lot of questions that I have to ask this guy. So I think safety car is gonna go out on this lap, as we already have the packs almost all together. And I still don't see the announcement of the safety car going out. Might be another lap. Remember, this is not 2021 game, it's F122, so might still be waiting for Black Bala to catch the pack. So no, it actually is going out on this lap. Black Bala is gonna be far behind. Baraka is gonna restart the race now, and he has a back marker to help him a bit there. Just on the little restart, standing grip won't be right at his back to try and attack him. There goes Baraka, and really good restart there by Baraka Cup. Slippery Cucumber kind of fell asleep there. Big Tandy's coming into the pit lane, so that's not gonna cause any trouble to anyone else. Here comes Slippery Cucumber down the inside of Standing Crib into turn 1, and Dundee, look at Dundee around the outside trying to get past Slippery Cucumber into turn 2, but who is gonna stay ahead after this? It is Slippery Cucumber. Makes a mistake. Slippery Cucumber makes a tiny mistake there. Now he's being put under pressure by Acid Masters, and I think he forces him a bit off into the wall there. Slippery Cucumber not finding any traction. Now he's gonna be overtaken by the two McLarens, or can he manage to hold them behind? There goes Acid Master, there goes Bialo as well. Nick FIFA on the soft tires. Now is the moment that the Mercedes driver needs to try and help his teammate there, trying to bother Slippery Cucumber as much as he can. Baraka in the first place, Standing Crib in second, Dundee in third, Slippery Cucumber in P4, Acid Master on P5, Bialo on P6. There goes Nick FIFA on P7. There's a spinner there from Big Tandy on the distance. Black Bala 9 seconds behind from the pack. There goes Slippery Cucumber trying to find his way through once again, trying to close the gap into Dundee. Not sure if Slippery Cucumber might have got any kind of wing damage. Maybe he didn't. But it's now Baraka in the lead. Standing Crib in second place. Dundee in third. Slippery Cucumber in fourth place. Now no more under pressure from the McLaren drivers. Also happy to say that they are not working as teammates, as Acid Master is a reserve driver, so Bialo is going to be on the attack of Acid Master. He senses a move down the inside. Typical Bialo move, aggressive but clean at the same time. Now he is going to look to take the place into turn 1. But Nick FIFA is also there and needs to hurry himself a bit up if he wants to be helpful for his teammate Baraka Cup. They're trying to hold Slippery Cucumber a bit there. Down the inside, sense it, Bialo takes the place. There goes Nick FIFA trying to take the place on Acid Masters as well. Gets really good traction out of the corner. Hopefully they don't crash like Standing Crib and Canadian did, but still Nick FIFA doesn't manage to overtake Acid Masters. He's gonna keep trying into the next couple of corners. Bialo on P5, I think there's not much he can do at this point. Slippery Cucumber on P4 trying to close the gap into Dundee now. It's a 4-car train on the lead of this race. Baraka leads, Standing Crib in second place. Now the other question is, can Baraka pull enough of a gap from Standing Crib there at the front and break that DRS range and start pulling away in the distance? Slippery Cucumber on P4 will try to go as aggressive as he can on Dundee. There is a... Oh, Big Tandy is retired in the pit lane. He didn't feel he wanted to keep racing on this race. He is retired from this race. Baraka leads, then Standing Crib in second place. Dundee in third. Slippery Cucumber on P4. Bialo now clear on P5, and there goes Nick FIFA trying to overtake Acid Master before the final straight of this race, of this track, and he should be getting past him now into the next corner. If not, it's gonna be another lap he loses on those fresh set of soft tires. There goes Nick FIFA down the inside, taking the place on Acid Masters into the final corner. And yes, he does. They almost make contact. Oh, and Acid Master spins. Acid Master spin, and thankfully didn't. Oh, and now he collides with. Who was that? I think it was kind of really close. Well, I think that was Sir Vapor collided with Acid Masters there. Acid Masters coming into the pit lane as well. Well, I don't know if that was to blame on Nick FIFA. I think Nick FIFA didn't do anything wrong there. I think maybe just a bit of a racing incident, but we'll have to see if there's any report after the race. Baraka leading and unable to pull away from the DRS from standing crib. Dundee still staying there, and to make things worse for Cucumber, he's got now a 3-second time penalty. Well, Cucumber's thrown away what might have been an easy win at this point. Standing crib is losing the DRS range from Baraka Cup, and Slippery Cucumber has even lost the DRS now from Dundee. And why is Cucumber saving so much DRS at this point? I mean, it's not like it's worth it. Has he got any kind of damage here into the car? He's now 1.2 seconds behind. I think it should start draining that DRS. If not, there's no really a point in saving so much. Yellow flag. What is that? That is Nick FIFA attacking Bialo now. Bialo, one of the hardest guys to overtake on the league, but we have to remember that Nick FIFA also has the faster tires. I think still at this point, getting past Bialo now into the final straight, but now Bialo's gonna have the chance to counter-attack with DRS into the main straight, and I think he'll probably get the place back, as it's Bialo and he's one of the best drivers in attack and defense in the league. But actually not. He's not getting closer into Nick FIFA. Nick FIFA's whipping a bit on the straights there. Maybe giving Bialo a bit of taste of his own medicine there with some aggressive driving. Dundee's now got past Standing Crib. Dundee is got past Standing Crib. Standing Crib's last session. Standing Crib's lagged out. Standing Crib is lagged out, and I'm gonna get him back in the lobby, telling him that he can. Sorry for stopping for a moment, but I had to help Standing Crib getting back into the lobby, but he's lost now a lot of time. And yeah, as I was saying, look at that. Now this can turn from a double Ferrari podium to a double Mercedes podium. It's now Baraka on the lead, Dundee in second place. It is Slippery Cucumber on third now at the back of Dundee. But Dundee has less penalties than the Slippery Cucumber has. Slippery Cucumber has 8 seconds of penalties. Now Slippery Cucumber should try and go for the move on Dundee here into the main straight, because he has that more ERS and Dundee has no ERS, but still Slippery Cucumber insists in not using any of the CRS. So yeah, I really don't know what's exactly the strategy from this guy, but yeah, I have a lot of questions to ask him definitely after the race. Because, I mean, he's just thrown away what was an easy win on the bag, or at least he had it in handle. He was the fastest man on track, clearly, and then a mistake on the pit lane and he threw everything away. There is a yellow flag on Sector 1, that is Black Bala, who has spun it. Nick FIFA gets a 3-second time penalty now for multiple warnings. That is not good for the Mercedes team, now losing the podium against Slippery Cucumber. But anyway, I think Nick FIFA will have to stop anyway to change tires. So we may have a 3-colored podium today, maybe with the top 3 teams. A Mercedes, Williams and Ferrari driver on the podium today. Could be what we'll see. With this result, still Slippery Cucumber is going to be on the lead of the championship, but Baraka is going to be much closer because Cucumber is going to have a P1 and a P3, and Baraka is going to have a P1 and a P4. So that still leaves Cucumber with a couple of points ahead of Baraka, but both will be tied on wins at least. So this is exactly the race Baraka needed. Cucumber messing up the race he had in the back, and now taking and managing to tie it on wins with Slippery Cucumber. There goes Slippery Cucumber on the main straight, overtaking Dundee. Easy move there for Slippery Cucumber before turn 1, and now let's see if he can even still try to chase Baraka. And why is Slippery Cucumber slowing down? Did he got an illegal overtake? What's happened to Cucumber there? He's massively dropped there. And if you've seen the pit lane to change tires, what has happened to Slippery Cucumber there actually? I don't have a clue. Well, it's mistake after mistake for this guy today in Saudi Arabia. Simply, it's been a total disaster for Slippery Cucumber. Standing Griff's left the session again. Is having a lot of problems with his game. And here comes Slippery Cucumber once again on Dundee. Still, not using his ERS to attack him. What is actually Slippery Cucumber thinking about on this race? He has plenty of chances to overtake Dundee, but simply is making mistake after mistake. It's something I can't even see as a spectator. He's the driver, and I don't know what he is exactly thinking about today. But well, the good thing for him is that the worst is gonna finish, unless he spins and crashes out, is gonna be P3. So yeah, not bad at all for Slippery Cucumber, but still starting to throw away points, easy points today. Well, Baraka now has a comfortable lead, 2.6 seconds ahead of Dundee. Then Slippery Cucumber on P3, following Dundee, still not trying to go for a move on him, even though when he has seems to have much better pace than Dundee today. Bialo 11 seconds behind, and once again I have to give credit to this guy. He might not have the pace, but he's always there to score the points. I mean, I think his goal this season might be try to finish every race on the top 5. It might be kind of difficult, but look at him. P5 in Bahrain, now P4 in Saudi Arabia is what he's getting right now. So good stuff there by Bialo. Also giving credit to the Alpine team, having both of their cars P5 and P6. Maybe not fast, but consistent there on track. And once again, Slippery Cucumber on the back of Dundee. Is he gonna try finally go for the move this time? Yeah, he is. There goes Slippery Cucumber after 1,000 years. Gets the move done on Dundee into the main straight. Into turn 1. Hopefully doesn't make a mistake like he did the last time. And no, he doesn't. And easily takes the place on Dundee. P2 for Slippery Cucumber there. Now he might try and go chase Baraka for P1 and try to break the gap with Dundee. Maybe it's gonna be really tricky to try and break that 5-second penalty. And also have to say Dundee's at a really good pace. You can see that the gap between Baraka, Cucumber and Dundee is not big at all. It's only It's only 2.5 seconds between the three leaders, so that's what I said. I wasn't wrong when I said this championship was going to be a three-way fight between Mercedes, Ferrari and Williams, and still we are losing the number one driver of Williams status that I think will definitely have been in the mix with Baraka and Cucumber today. And Dundee, even being number two driver of Williams, done a really good job and is going to finish in the podium this race. So now Cucumber starts closing the gap on Baraka Cup massively. 1.6 is the gap now. Acid Master now taking fastest lap of the race, something that today might be far away from the top two. People pitting for the soft set of tires. Baraka leads only 1.4 now. Cucumber is massively subtracting the gap. Dundee is still holding into Cucumber's DRS. But I'm totally surprised from Cucumber's mistakes today. The win is thrown completely away because of strategic mistakes, which sadly kind of remembers to real life Ferrari, but anyway, it is what it is. Cucumber, look how fast he is compared to Baraka. Shortened 5/10 I think in one lap. He is gonna be on DRS at any moment now from Baraka. Dundee is also showing a really good pace, holding into Cucumber's DRS. .3 the gap now between Cucumber and Baraka. When Cucumber gets another penalty, that's 11 seconds for Slippery Cucumber. So yeah, the only thing he can do now is try and go for it with everything against Baraka, at least just to win it on track, and then, well, he's gonna massively drop places, but yeah, it's the only thing he can do. Yeah, it's the only thing he can really do now with those 11 seconds of penalties. Try to attack Baraka, take the win on track, at least say, well, I was the fastest today, I made a lot of strategic mistakes, but I was there. That's the only thing he can really do at this point, because it's impossible that he's going to break an 11-second gap at this point. Nick FIFA has already got past Flanny and needs to subtract 2 more seconds on Callas if he wants to take that P5 of the race today, which is also going to be really good points for the Mercedes team. A 1.5 for Mercedes could be really good, but at the moment the pace, this doesn't seem to be subtracting the enough time from Callas. What we'll see is now at 4.8, so anything can happen at this point. And here comes Slippery Cucumber, 1.1 second behind Baraka Cup. He's gonna go for it now. 1.0, he should be on DRS into the next DRS zone, or at least into the next lap. We're at least going to have a battle on track, which would definitely be much more enjoyable to see if Cucumber didn't have those penalties. But let's enjoy some of our classic Baraka Cucumber fights. This time definitely going to be a Baraka win, unless there's a mistake from Baraka, but Baraka, I think, is one of the last persons to make mistakes when it's about driving. I know strategically he's made a mistake in Bahrain, but when it's about driving it on track, it's very rare to see him make a mistake. So, there we go, Baraka and Slippery Cucumber battling for the lead of this race. Dundee is also there, so if something happens between the top two, Dundee might be there to catch the pieces and think about a win, but that's, as I said, it's really difficult that something like that will happen. That's another mistake to the account of Slippery Cucumber. Got a really bad exit out of the corner there and is losing time to Baraka, but now we're gaining it back with the DRS. Dundee is also there. Battle for the win between the top 3 teams. Actually is in the back for Baraka if he doesn't make any mistakes, if there's no contact with Cucumber as well. Well, final 3 laps of the race. We have 3-way battle, as I was predicting all these last weeks on track. We have 1 driver from Mercedes, 1 driver from Ferrari, 1 driver from Williams battling for the lead of this race. Now it's Cucumber who's got really close to Baraka, the fastest man today against the smartest guy today. Cucumber should not have too much struggle in getting past Baraka this time. He's made mistake after mistake on almost every single lap, but he still can't say that he was the fastest man on track today. Here comes Slippery Cucumber on Baraka into the final corner, and well, he's gonna make the mistake of overtaking Baraka. And let's see if we can answer that question now. No, he isn't. He's not gonna make the mistake. He is gonna place finally smart, but he is around 20 laps late for that. And there goes Slippery Cucumber on Baraka. He's gonna get the move done into turn 1. There goes Baraka. Cucumber on the slip, remove Baraka down the inside. Cucumber is your new race leader. Baraka doesn't have to risk it at all. He is still gonna win this race comfortably on penalties. And Slippery Cucumber is your new race leader on lap 24 of the race. But also look how close Dundee is to this. Dundee is in the mix for battling. He might, if he gets close, he could even think about sending a move on Baraka maybe. No, I think he doesn't have the ERS to do it really. But if there's a mistake from Baraka, or if simply Dundee has better pace at these ending stages of the race, you could think about something here. But it's gonna be a great comeback there from Dundee as well after, well, as I was saying it in the chat, making a bit of fun. But good stuff there. Good vibes between us, just some good jokes between us as always. 4 months without scoring a single point, but he's now found the motivation. He's gonna end up in the podium after 4 months. He's gonna score his first points after USA Season 4. Here comes Baraka trying to re-attack Slippery Cucumber down the inside of the final corner. And this time Slippery Cucumber plays smart. No, he doesn't. He stays ahead of Baraka, and Baraka is gonna have the DRS. They made a bit of contact there. And Baraka wants to win it on track too. But Slippery Cucumber is getting really good straight line speed here. Baraka finally takes the lead of the race, and you can count one more to Cucumber's mistakes today. And finally Nick FIFA managed to catch and overtake Callas. That is a P5 finish for Nick FIFA. It is, wait, let me count. 45 points for the Mercedes team today that are scoring, and that is a massive nightmare for Ferrari when it looked like it was going to be a double podium for Ferrari once again, with a comfortable Cucumber win, which at the end didn't happen at all. Massive disaster. And just, well, it started because of Canadian crash, but then everything else was, I think, Cucumber's fault, unless he tells me something else later. He got tapped or something, but I don't think that at all. I'm 99% sure it was all Cucumber mistakes today. But anyway, damage limitation for the man that is leading the championship right now. And we are going to come into the final straight. Cucumber is going to try and get past Baraka here into the final corner. Using all of his ERS, Baraka doesn't have ERS. Who is going to be finishing this race in P1? On track. There goes Baraka. Cucumber trying to switch back there. And into the final straight. Here comes Baraka. Is gonna take finally the win, both on track and on penalties. Baraka wins the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Dundee takes second of the race. Slippery Cucumber takes P3. Three-way battle, three-way colorful podium today from the top 3 teams. Slippery Cucumber made a complete disaster on the strategy and at most decisions he took today. It's Baraka P1, Dundee P2, and Slippery Cucumber on P3, who still leads the championship after all this race that he's definitely wanna forget. And how do I say this? And reset, do a total reset for Australia next weekend. Bialo solid P4, Nick FIFA P5, Callas P6. Lani is gonna lose it to Black Balla on penalties. On the line, Black Balla takes P8 finish. Well, and that is it. The result for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Baraka matches Cucumber and wins 1-1. Today, as I have to say it once again, thrown away win for Slippery Cucumber. Sadly, but it is what it is. At least he could find those damage limitation, and massive job by Dundee as well. He comes back with a P2 finish, saving the point for Williams today, which at the end is going to end scoring more than Ferrari. So good for Williams team today. And of course, revenge will come at the Australian Grand Prix. Now, two of the top three teams have their leaders with one win, so now we are only missing a win from one of the Williams guys, and we'll see if that will come in Australia. But color for podium, three different teams on the top three places today, so really entertaining race to watch. And we are going to go now with the Israel national anthem, as Baraka is now racing under the Israel flag. So we are going to go with that now. It's going to be the first time we're going to play it in IOR. So that's the national anthem from Israel, and from Germany for Baraka and Mercedes that bounced back after a difficult weekend at Bahrain. And now I'm gonna try and get this top three for the post-race interviews. Well, so the top three are unable to join interviews today, so there are not gonna be any post-race interviews. I'm gonna quickly read the last comments I've got that sorry I didn't read them before. I was focused on the race. Oh, it was LBA Checos, the old driver from IOR. That well, welcome back if you're still there on the stream. Sorry I didn't read the comments before. Sorry, the stream I'm playing was high volume. But yeah, it's LBA Checos, our old driver from IOR. So I'm gonna read his comments. So welcome back. I'm not sure if you're still listening to us, but welcome back to the league, mate. To at least the comment section. So said now the race can bring more suspense. Big shame for the Alpha. It have been an easy podium for him. Yeah, that's kind of true. Well, Dundee was there also to battle with him. So, but well, he had a penalty. Oh, and well, Slippery Cucumber had a lot of penalties. And his penalty system totally ruins Slippery's chance to win even in the game. Ferrari is so unlucky. Great performance from Baraka so far. Yeah, about that I have to say, well, I don't know about the penalty system. I know, well, everyone knows the track limit. So to be honest, I'm gonna blame it on Cucumber this time. I don't know what happened on the pit lane. I think he just answered that question to me, but what I can say is I don't know what happened when he entered the pit lane. I'm gonna quickly see if I have his answer already. Oh, it says he doesn't know that it gave him an instant 5-second penalty, so well, so he doesn't know actually. Well, maybe I think it's just was just pitting in the pit lane for Slippery Cucumber, unfortunately. But yeah, the good thing is that he still finished on P3 and that he's still leading the championship. So it's not been a great disaster. I know the mistakes were big, but wasn't really costful for him. I mean, something bad would have been ending in a DNF for around P10, but finishing P3 on the podium, it's not bad at all after all the bad moments he had to go through on this race. So he's still leading the championship. So yeah, not bad at all. It's I'm gonna say he saved it massively there from ending in something much worse. So yeah, he's gonna bounce back in Australia for sure. It's Cucumber is one of the best drivers I've ever seen in this game. So he's definitely gonna bounce back. He's gonna learn from this, and he's gonna come back stronger in Australia. But anyway, I think that's all for today, and we'll meet back next weekend for the Australian Grand Prix. Goodbye.